But this is something important for any of you out there who might be planning travel to Europe in the upcoming weeks or months. The situation is changing here a little bit, and if you have Johnson & Johnson in your portfolio, you better start thinking up a plan. It is Sunday, January 23rd, 2022, and on this week's edition of Sunday Sofatime, we're talking about my upcoming Costa Cruise, my vaccination status being changed, me being called an idiot, and skiing. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Sunday. Since the last time that I sat down here in front of the sofa, I have been down to Garmisch, Partenkirchen, and the Zugspitze, the highest mountain in Germany. I had a fantastic skiing adventure. The first day was a little bit rough. Okay, that one hurt. The second day was amazing weather, skiing up on the Zugspitze, on the glacier. And on the third day, I skied from, well, there's two ski areas. There's the Zugspitze, which is the really high part up on the glacier, and you can't ski from there down to the other ski area. And the other ski area is called Garmisch Classic, and they also have two mountains there. One of them is over 2,000 meters. And on the third day, I took the gondola up to the top, and I skied all the way back down to the village. It's something that it feels like winning something. I don't know. It's a goal I had set, and it's just cool to be like so far above someplace, and then just with the use of skis and your body and your athletic ability to navigate literally down the entire side of a mountain back to the town. You know what I mean? I made it. I'm down at the bottom. How long did that take me? Hold on. I made a video of that day, and I'm really excited to bring it to you within the next few weeks. The weather at the top was kind of scary, and I did end up going off of the, out of the ski resort, and for a little bit was kind of like, okay, where am I now? Where am I? Had to take off my skis, walk back up to the right part of the mountain. The conditions were pretty bad, but it was all part of the adventure, and of course, I'm fine. All right, so you can look forward to the skiing videos coming up, and I posted the first video of the hotel, which has a little bit of skiing footage in it as well. That went up on Friday, just a couple days ago. Thank you to everybody who's watched it so far. And now let's talk about my upcoming Costa Cruise. So if you've been here for a while, you know that I booked my next cruise. It is on the Costa Luminosa. If everything goes correctly, and we're gonna get to that in a second, I will be flying to Barcelona on February 6th and boarding the ship on the 7th, and then we're going to Italian ports, including Civitavecchia. It will be my first time cruising with Costa. It will be my first cruise of 2022. I'm really looking forward to it. And I mentioned in the Sunday Sofatime where I announced the cruise that because of the way I booked and this deal I got, I didn't get a cabin, and that I knew it was coming later. And sometimes I don't know what cabin I'm in until literally the day before the cruise. And this time, just a couple days ago, they did send me a confirmation. So it looks like, as far as now, the cruise has not been canceled yet, which is a good sign. It's only like 3 weeks away, not even 3 weeks away. And I have been assigned cabin 6237, which is a balcony premium cabin on deck 6. When you book through this sort of travel professional website that I use, sometimes you can pick the cabin in advance, and sometimes you get they call it the lucky cabin, where they say, all right, tell us what category you want, and we guarantee that you will be in that category or better. So I got a balcony premium. I don't know if there's something below balcony premium, but I'm happy with it. I looked at where it is on the ship. I think it's gonna be fine. And as you all know, the vaccination status is important for just about any kind of travel nowadays, but especially for cruising. Carnival Corporation, for instance, just one of the examples, recently posted on their social media this post saying, we're advising guests and travel agents that will be sailing vaccinated voyages with the current protocols for the foreseeable future, which basically means
it's not going away soon.
And from what I've been experiencing over here in Germany and in Europe in general, there are different levels of vaccinated. There's like getting the first shot, and then there's the second shot, and that is usually counts as fully vaccinated. Or if you get Johnson & Johnson, that used to count as fully vaccinated. That's what I'm getting at. I got Johnson & Johnson this summer on the 3rd of July in Minnesota. I got my Johnson & Johnson, and 2 weeks later, at the time, that was valid as fully vaccinated. And then in November, I got boosted with one of the other juices, and then I counted as vaccinated and boosted. Fast forward to just a couple days ago, and here in Germany, the regulations have changed. So because I was vaccinated with Johnson & Johnson, and the newer studies show that that is the least effective of the vaccinations, even though I was vaccinated and boosted, with those two together now I only count as vaccinated. So there are a lot of events and locations and activities here where there's a difference between 2G and 2G plus. That's what they call it here. Please let me know if this is the same wherever you are in the world, and let me know where you are in the world. 2G means that you are vaccinated or recovered. 2G plus means vaccinated and boosted, or vaccinated and recovered, or recovered and tested, or vaccinated and tested. So because this changed basically right as I was leaving on my ski vacation, I was all of a sudden freaking out because I am recovered, but my recovery certificate isn't valid until the 25th, but it's not the 25th yet. So I was worried that I was gonna have to get up super early, like even earlier every morning, to go to the test center so I could go skiing that day. And luckily for me, the area where I was only 2G. So with my situation at the moment, I was allowed to ski and ride the lifts and everything with what I had. But if I had gone to the other side of the mountain, which is in Austria, it wouldn't have counted, and I would have had to do a test every day in order to be allowed on the slopes. It's actually not on the slopes, it's in the lifts. So what does that mean for my upcoming cruise? Well, I'm gonna tell you about that right after this commercial break. Did you get one? What was it about? Write it in the comments below. And surprise, I didn't mention my book, Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship, available on Amazon. Costa, of course, is also requiring passengers to be vaccinated. Also, I have to be vaccinated to fly to Spain, where I'm going. But at the moment, with my situation, as long as nothing changes again, I should be fine. Not only because I am fully vaccinated and actually boosted, but because by the time the cruise rolls around, my recovered certificate will be valid as well, and that's pretty much golden. But this is something important for any of you out there who might be planning travel to Europe in the upcoming weeks or months. The situation is changing here a little bit, and if you have Johnson & Johnson in your portfolio, you better start thinking up a plan. All I can do now is wait until the cruise rolls around and hope that everything stays the same until then. And if it gets canceled or if I'm not allowed to go, then it is what it is. I guess I'll just have to wait until I can get boosted again, which will be, if it's 3 months later, November, December, January, February, won't be until next month. So we'll see. Hopefully by the time our transatlantic cruise rolls around in April, it'll all be worked out by then. But until that comes, I will now take the time on Sunday Sofatime to comment on your comments live on air. In last week's Sunday Sofatime, I talked about this upcoming Costa Cruise, told you about the details of how I booked it and where it's visiting, and these comments are on that video. And the first one I want to read to you is from somebody called Cruise Crazy. Cruise Crazy writes, "Please do not brag about the special price you received. The cruise lines may deny those prices to you in the future. As a result, and it makes you look like an idiot. Well, Cruise Crazy, I actually want to say thank you. I have kind of gone off on comments like this in the past because I feel like that's just not the way you talk to somebody, right? If you wouldn't say that to me, to my face, if we met on a ship, then you shouldn't write it in the comments. And if you would say that to me, to my face on a ship,
then please don't come talk to me.
But the good thing about this is I realized that it might have sounded like I was bragging about the great price that I got for this cruise, and I don't want it to be like that. When I was so enthusiastic about getting a really good deal through this travel agent booking portal that I'm allowed to use, it was more about me just being really excited and happy that I can use this service. I've been making these videos. Oh, geez, do you see that cat hair? I've been making these videos for how many years now? I've been helping to promote and celebrate the travel and especially the cruise industry. And so after all that hard work, when I finally got accepted into this club, basically, to allow me to book over this special online portal that gives the special prices to the travel industry professionals, it felt like an achievement, you know, like a goal that I worked hard for, and now I have it. And so if it seemed like I was bragging about getting a special price, it's just more of me being just excited that it finally happened, and not about me trying to, like, to me, bragging is when you're trying to kind of make other people feel a little bit less because of something great that happened to you or that you've done. Bragging doesn't always necessarily have to be negative, but I wouldn't want it to seem like I was trying to act like I'm so special because I got this price. So thank you. I'm sorry if it seemed like I was bragging, but it was more about me just being really excited. And in the future, I think you can probably cut the word idiot out of your comments, and then people will take you more seriously. Next comment is from Jay Wilk. Jay writes, LOL, funny you call it pop. That's what we call it where I'm from. I'm often asked why we call it pop, and my son probably solved the mystery from our last trip to Mexico via MSC. We bought an old style glass bottle of pop, so we had to open the lid the old-fashioned way, and my boy says, that's why you call it pop, because it pops when you open it. And that very well may be the case. Yeah, I grew up in Minnesota, and there we called it pop. I know in different places around the world you call those kind of beverages different things. Some people call it Coke, some people call it soda, and it's all good. By the way, I did end up booking that one basic drink package. If you want to know more about that, go watch last week's Sunday Sofatime. And I did book that special deal for a massage in the spa, so I will be able to review the spa and massage services for you as well. Final comment is from Fantastic Voyages 1707. They write, I've sailed MSC and Costa several times, and I personally prefer Costa's food. That's interesting. Had one of our best cruises ever on the Costa Smeralda last October, their biggest ship. We're sailing again in April on the sister ship Toscana. And yeah, I really would have loved to try one of their bigger ships for my first cruise with Costa. The Luminosa was built, I think, in 2009, if I remember correctly from last week. So really not one of their newest ships, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. Of course, it's a little bit trickier for me because I don't eat meat or fish, and that makes things for myself kind of complicated sometimes. If I could change it, I would, but I can't. So I'm really interested also to see how this cruise line caters to people who eat vegetarian or vegan diets, and just altogether what the food and service and all that will be like. All right, make sure you check back here in a couple days for the first of my skiing adventure videos. Even if you're not into skiing, try watching one of them, maybe you'll enjoy it anyways. And I hope to see you back here at the latest next Sunday in front of the red sofa. See you then.